Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I know it's been a bit, but we are going to create easy sourdough pizza. This dough recipe is foolproof and you're gonna love it, especially if you love to use sourdough. So in a large mixing bowl, you're going to put it on a scale and you're gonna set it in grams. So make sure you do that, and I have all the recipe details over on my blog, so make sure you check that out for all the measurements. If you are following along in this video or you wanna make it later on or whatnot, all the details are over there. So in that large mixing bowl, you're going to add 300 grams of bread flour and 300 grams of all-purpose flour. Now, between the two, that's going to create 600 grams. After you have combined that all in your bowl, you're going to go ahead and add your water, your filtered water. Make sure you zero it out. You're going to want to put 375 grams of filtered water in the bowl. You're going to zero it out again, and then you're going to add your sourdough starter, and that is going to be 150 grams of sourdough starter and 14 grams of olive oil and 12 grams of Himalayan or sea salt to your bowl. You're going to combine all of this in the bowl, and after that point, you're going to have this sticky, shaggy dough in the bowl. Okay, so as we're adding this sourdough starter, I just want to let you know you want to make sure your sourdough is freshly fed within 12 hours. So I like to do this either the morning of or the night before, just depending on when I want to have my pizza dough ready to go and ready to use. So I usually feed this in the morning, and at night it is ready to go because it's about 12 hours later, give or take. Sometimes it will give a little bit of growth before that, and that's okay. So here you can see I'm mixing everything in the bowl, and as you continue watching this video, the dough is going to change. I'm going to knead this in the bowl and eventually take it out of the bowl and knead it on my countertop. Now you can do this in your mixer, your electric mixer with a dough hook, so don't be scared to use that. I'm just showing you this without an electric mixer because I have some friends of mine that do not have an electric mixer with the dough hook, so I wanted to give a couple different options. Okay, now in your mixing bowl, you're going to go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil and spread it all over the bowl. Once everything's kneaded and combined, you're going to go ahead and place your pizza dough right in your mixing bowl. I like to cover this with a large plate, and then that's when I'm going to set it on my countertop to let it bulk ferment. This is in the evening, so this is going to happen throughout the evening, at night when I'm asleep, and then in the morning I'm going to go ahead and shape my dough into my pizza rounds. So I'm going to lightly flour the surface, and this is the next day. I'm taking out the dough, I'm stretching it as wide as I possibly can, I'm rolling it up, and I'm going to cut it either into 3 large pizzas or 4 smaller pizzas. So when I say large, that's usually about the size a little bit smaller than a dinner plate, and when I say 3, it's a little bit larger than a dinner plate. Did I say that backwards? I'm not sure. So the 4 is going to be smaller, the 3 is going to be larger. So I'm actually making 3 pizza rounds, and I'm basically shaping them into 3 little balls here. And I'm going to take these and place them on another greased surface, so a large cookie sheet, and cover it with saran wrap. Once I do that, I'm going to let it do its second rise. So this is going to rise throughout the rest of the morning into mid-afternoon before I get ready to shape these and decorate these pizzas to cook for the evening. Now, about a couple hours before I'm ready to decorate and bake my pizzas, I shape them into the size of those dinner plates I was referring to a little bit ago, and I let them rise for about an hour or two before I start cooking them. So now here is where you are going to place your sauce, your cheese, your toppings, and you can get as creative as you want. A lot of toppings, a lot of people like our pepperoni, basil, onion. We have done tomatoes, all different kinds of things. So that was pizza 1. Here's pizza 2 with me spreading the sauce on it. And I do like to season the crust with garlic and herbs and some melted butter. This is actually in a cast iron. You can also use a pizza stone as well. If you have a pizza oven, you can do that as well. Just all the instructions on your pizza oven. But if you do it in an oven in your house, you are going to preheat this cast iron skillet and the oven before you actually place this in the oven. So usually what I do is I rinse and repeat with this. I make one pizza, I decorate it, I place it in the oven, cook it until it's golden brown. Then I take it out and then I go on to the next pizza and the next pizza and the next pizza. So usually when I'm working with one large cast iron skillet, we have to kind of go in shifts or start with one pizza and slice it and share it. So you can do half vegetarian and half meat, whatever you want. So here I am seasoning everything, the crust that I was referring to, and putting the butter on it and baking it. Now, you want to make sure the oven is preheated at 500 degrees. We've already talked about that. And you're going to kind of keep an eye on this because you don't want to overcook it. So anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes. Here I'm adding the final details, the fresh basil leaves. I usually do this at the end if it's spinach or basil, whatnot. And once it's cool slightly, you can use your pizza cutter or cut it with a knife and enjoy. You can serve this with a salad or a nice glass of wine. It's delicious. It's perfect. We love doing these every so often, a couple times out of the month, because everybody can customize the pizza to what they like, and you get that benefit of that fermented dough, that sourdough, that makes it just extra amazing. It makes it just a great thing. So thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this